The allure of the DeBarge family, a musical dynasty's light and shadows, in the pantheon of musical families, few shine as brightly or burn as intensely as the DeBarge family. Emerging from Grand Rapids, Michigan, this world of singers and musicians became Motown's golden children of the 1980s, blending soulful R&B with pop sensibilities and gospel roots. Their allure lies not just in their undeniable talent, but in their ability to weave personal triumphs and tragedies into a sound that remains timeless. With ethereal falsettos, intricate harmonies, and a familial bond that resonated through their music, the DeBarges offered the world a glimpse into a dynasty defined by resilience, creativity, and complexity. This documentary delves into the individual strengths, accomplishments, and unique qualities of key family members, revealing what makes each significant in the tapestry of their legacy. The family roots, born to Robert Louis DeBarge, a soldier of French descent, and Adeline Abney DeBarge, a gospel singer. The DeBarge siblings grew up in a household steeped in music and marred by hardship, with 10 children: Lee, Bonnie, Robert, Bobby, Thomas, Tommy, William Ramondi, Martha, Eldred L., James, Jonathan, Chico, Carol, Peaches, and Darrell Young. The family found solace in faith and song amid a tumultuous upbringing marked by alleged abuse and poverty. Music became their refuge and their ticket to stardom, with each member bringing distinct gifts to the table. The DeBarge siblings' strengths, accomplishments, and significance utterly Bunny DeBarge. The heart and harmony strength Bunny, the eldest sibling, possessed a warm, soulful voice and a knack for harmonizing that anchored the family's sound. Her emotional depth and nurturing spirit made her the glue of the group. Accomplishments. As a founding member of DeBarge, Bunny co-wrote hits like I Like It and Ain't Dream, infusing them with her gospel-trained vocals. Her solo album, In Love, in 1987, showcased her versatility, blending R&B with personal storytelling, significance, and uniqueness. Bunny's significance lies in her role as the family's emotional cornerstone, often shielding her siblings from their harsh realities. Her unique contribution was her ability to convey vulnerability through song, making tracks like A Dream resonate with aching sincerity. She stood out as the sister who carried the weight of their collective pain, transforming it into art. Robert Bobby DeBarge, the falsetto phoenix strengths. Bobby's piercing falsetto and magnetic stage presence were unmatched. A multi-instrumentalist and producer, he had a visionary approach to music that elevated every project he touched. Accomplishments. Before mentoring DeBarge, Bobby co-founded Switch, a funk soul outfit that delivered hits like You'll Never Be and I Call Your Name. His influence on DeBarge's early sound was profound, shaping their polished yet soulful style. Despite battles with addiction, his raw talent shone through until his death in 1995 from AIDS-related complications, significance, and uniqueness. Bobby's significance stems from his pioneering role in the family's musical journey, bridging their gospel roots with secular success. His uniqueness lay in his haunting voice, a blend of fragility and power that became a signature of both Switch and DeBarge. leaving an indelible mark on R&B. Tommy DeBarge, the quiet innovator, strengths. Tommy brought a steady bass voice and instrumental prowess, particularly on bass guitar, to the family's sound. His reserved demeanor belied a creative mind that thrived in collaboration. Accomplishments. As a member of Switch alongside Bobby, Tommy contributed to their platinum-selling albums. Later, he helped guide DeBarge's early development, offering a grounding presence amid their rise. His resilience shone through personal struggles, including a late life battle with kidney disease, until his passing in 2021. Significance and uniqueness. Tommy's significance lies in his understated yet essential role in the family's success, providing musical stability. His uniqueness was his ability to blend into the background while enhancing the foreground, a quiet strength that allowed others to shine. William Randy DeBarge, the backbone beat strength. Randy's robust tenor and rhythmic sensibility gave DeBarge's music its pulse. A skilled percussionist, he infused their tracks with a driving energy. Accomplishments. As a core member of DeBarge, Randy co-wrote and sang on hits like Rhythm of the Night and All This Love. His contributions helped the group achieve million-selling status, cementing their place in Motown history. Significance and uniqueness. Randy's significance is in his role as the rhythmic backbone, ensuring the family's sound had both heart and groove. His unique flair was his seamless integration of gospel fervor with pop accessibility, making their music universally appealing. Margie DeBarge, the silent spark strengths. Marty's smooth vocals and multi-instrumental talents, a keyboards, trumpet, added texture to DeBarge's layered sound. His introspective nature fueled his creative output. Accomplishments, a key contributor to DeBarge's albums, Marty shone on tracks like Stay With Me, later sampled by hip-hop legends like the Notorious B.I.G. His quiet resilience persisted through personal challenges, including legal troubles. Significance and uniqueness. Marty's significance lies in his subtle yet vital presence, enriching the group's harmonies. His uniqueness was his understated brilliance, a spark that flared brightest in the studio, leaving a legacy sampled by future generations. Eldra, DeBarge, the golden voice strength. Gail's crystalline falsetto, songwriting genius, and charisma made him the face of DeBarge, a prodigious pianist. He crafted melodies that were both intricate and infectious. Accomplishments, leading DeBarge to fame with hits like I Like It and Rhythm of the Night. Eo also enjoyed solo success with Who's Johnny and collaborations with Quincy Jones. His Grammy-nominated work showcased his versatility, though legal and substance issues interrupted his career. Significance and uniqueness. Eo's significance is as the family's breakout star, whose voice defined an era of R&B. His uniqueness lies in his ethereal tone and ability to convey joy and pain in equal measure, making him a singular talent whose influence endures. James DeBarge, the romantic rebel strength. James brought a rich baritone and a flair for drama, both musically and personally. His romantic spirit infused DeBarge's ballads with passion. Accomplishments, joining DeBarge in 1982. James Cole wrote "Oh Slow, This Slow," the defining hit. His brief, high-profile marriage to Janet Jackson added to his mystique, though his solo career faced setbacks due to personal struggles. Significance and uniqueness. James's significance is in his role as the family's wild card, adding depth to their sound and story. His uniqueness was his rebellious charm, a blend of soulful intensity and tabloid, ready charisma that captivated fans. Jonathan Chico DeBarge, the independent trailblazer, strength. Chico's versatile voice, ranging from gritty to silky, and his determination set him apart. A skilled performer, he carved his own path outside the family group. Accomplishments, never a full DeBarge member. Chico struck solo gold with Talk to Me, 1986, and later hits like Diggin' Nita. His comeback after prison time for drug charges showcased his tenacity, with albums like Addiction 2009 proving his staying power, significance, and uniqueness. Chico's significance is as the family's solo pioneer, forging success on his terms. His uniqueness lies in his raw, streetwise edge, a contrast to his siblings' polish that broadened the DeBarge sound. Ederline DeBarge, the matriarchal muse strengths. Ederline's gospel-rooted voice and unwavering faith were the foundation of the family's musicality. Her strength as a mother sustained them through adversity. Accomplishments beyond birthing the dynasty. Ederline recorded gospel albums and co-authored Other Side of the Pain, reflecting on their journey. Her influence as a vocalist and spiritual guide shaped her children's artistry, significance, and uniqueness. Ederline's significance is as the family's origin and anchor, passing down resilience and song. Her uniqueness lies in her dual role as creator and chronicler, preserving their legacy with grace. The allure, what sets them apart, the DeBarge family's allure stems from their paradox, a blend of celestial talent and earthly struggles. Their music, lush with harmonies, driven by faith, and tinged with heartache, offered listeners an escapee and a mirror. Each member's distinct strengths, from Bunny's nurturing soul to Elle's angelic voice, created a collective magic that transcended their personal demons. Their significance lies in their influence on R&B, inspiring acts like Tony, and Mint Condition, while their uniqueness is in their familial synergy. A sound born of blood, love, and survival, legacy and resilience despite arrests, addiction, and loss, the DeBarge's music endures. Tracks like Stay With Me, Live On, and hip hop samples, and Elle's falsetto still echoes in modern R&B. Their story is a testament to the power of talent to rise above trauma, making them not just a musical family, but a symbol of human complexity. The DeBarge family's allure is their ability to turn pain into beauty, chaos into harmony. Each member, with their strengths and scars, contributed to a legacy that continues to captivate. They remind us that even in the shadows, light can shine bright, soulful, and unforgettable. Carol, Peaches, DeBarge, and Daryl Young DeBarge are the youngest siblings of the renowned DeBarge family, a musical dynasty known for its contributions to R&B and soul music. Born on June 5, 1969, as fraternal twins, they represent the tail and of the 10 children born to Robert Louis DeBarge, Sarah and Edeline Abney DeBarge. Growing up in a family steeped in musical talent and tumultuous personal challenges, Carol and Daryl carved their own paths, distinct yet tied to the DeBarge legacy. Below is an exploration of their lives, accomplishments, uniqueness, and their experiences as part of the DeBarge family. Carol Peaches DeBarge, Carol DeBarge, affectionately nicknamed Peaches, was born in Detroit, Michigan, and moved with her family to Grand Rapids, Michigan, 1972. Raised in a household marked by both musical brilliance and profound struggles, such as an abusive father and the pressures of fame, Carol's early life was shaped by the duality of her family's stances. Carol's family circumstances, unlike her older siblings who joined the Motown signed group DeBarge. Carol did not pursue a career with the group's core lineup during its peak in the 1980s. However, her connection to the family remained strong, and she was deeply influenced by their musical environment. Carol maintained a close relationship with her mother, Edeline, often described as finishing each other's sentences, reflecting a bond fortified by shared experiences. She witnessed the highs of her siblings' success and the lows of their battles with addiction and legal troubles. Carol has largely stayed out of the public spotlight compared to her more famous siblings, choosing a quieter life focused on family and personal endeavors. Accomplishments. While Carol did not achieve the same level of fame as her siblings in the music industry, she contributed to the family's musical legacy in a supporting role. In 1991, she participated in the gospel album Back on Track, released under the moniker The DeBarge Family. This project, led by Edeline and featuring siblings Randy, James, and Daryl, showcased Carol's vocal abilities in a genre that held deep significance for the family, rooted in their upbringing in the Pentecostal church. Her involvement in this album highlighted her ability to harmonize and contribute to the family's signature sound, even if on a smaller scale beyond music. Carol's resilience and role as a stabilizing presence in the family are notable. She has been vocal about her mother's strength and faith, which helped the siblings navigate their challenges. Her accomplishment lies in maintaining her identity and integrity amidst the chaos that often surrounded the DeBarge name. Uniqueness. Carol's uniqueness stems from her decision to step back from the limelight that consumed many of her siblings. Known for her gentle demeanor, she embodies a quieter strength, often overshadowed by the more flamboyant personalities in the family. Her nickname, Peaches, suggests a sweetness and warmth that contrasts with the turbulent narrative of the DeBarge saga. Unlike her siblings who chased mainstream success, Carol's path reflects a choice to prioritize personal peace over public acclaim, making her a grounding force within the family dynamic. Life as a DeBarge, Carol experienced the weight of the family's legacy, both its musical triumphs and its personal tragedies. She grew up idolizing her older brother Bobby, who died of AIDS in 1995, an event that deeply affected her. In interviews, she has emphasized her mother's perspective that her siblings were not defined by their struggles with addiction, but by their inherent worth. Living as a DeBarge meant navigating the stigma of her siblings' publicized issues while cherishing the musical heritage that provided solace and identity. Carol's life reflects a balance between honoring her roots and forging her own, less public path. Daryl DeBarge, known as Young, was born on the same day as Carol, June 5, 1969, making him the youngest son in the DeBarge family. Like Carol, he was raised in Detroit before the family relocated to Grand Rapids. Daryl's childhood was steeped in the same musical and chaotic environment as his siblings, with the added layer of being too young to join the original DeBarge group during its Motown heyday. His exposure to music came early, influenced by his older siblings' success and the church performances that shaped the family's sound. Daryl's life took a more public turn in adulthood as he pursued his own musical ambitions. He faced the challenge of living up to the DeBarge name while establishing his individuality. His personal life includes fathering a daughter, Jolynn DeBarge, who has also ventured into entertainment as an actress and musician, continuing the family's artistic lineage. G. Accomplishments. Daryl's most notable musical accomplishment came with the release of his debut solo album, Turning Point, in 2005. This project marked his entry into the music industry as a solo artist, distinct from the group efforts of his siblings, demonstrated Daryl's vocal talent and songwriting ability, rooted in the family's R&B and soul traditions. His contribution to the 1991 gospel album Back on Track with the DeBarge Family also showcased his versatility, blending gospel with the family's harmonic style. As a father, Daryl has contributed to the next generation of DeBarges, with Jalen carrying forward the family's creative spirit. His perseverance in releasing music later in life reflects a determination to claim his piece of the DeBarge legacy. Daryl's uniqueness lies in his late emergence as a solo artist, earning him the nickname Young, not just for his birth order, but for his fresh contribution to the family story. His voice carries the DeBarge signature, smooth and emotive, but his approach was shaped by a different era, incorporating contemporary influences into his work. Unlike his older siblings, whose careers peaked in the 1980s, Daryl's efforts came at a time when the music industry had shifted, requiring him to adapt while honoring his roots. His individuality is also evident in his quieter persona, avoiding the high-profile pitfalls that ensnared some of his siblings. Life as a DeBarge. Being the DeBarge for Daryl meant inheriting both a musical gift and a complex legacy. He grew up watching his older siblings, Bobby and Tommy with Switch, and Bunny L, James Randy, and Mark with DeBarge. Achieve fame only to grapple with addiction and legal issues. This backdrop shaped his perspective, giving him a front row seat to the cost of stardom. Daryl's life as a DeBarge involved balancing pride in the family's contributions to R&B with the challenge of stepping out from under their shadow. His solo career reflects an attempt to redefine what it means to be a DeBarge, focusing on personal expression rather than replicating past glories. Shared experiences as DeBarges, both Carol and Daryl, as the youngest of the 10 siblings, experienced the DeBarge legacy from a unique vantage point. They were too young to join the Motown group during its prime, but old enough to witness its rise and fall. The family's biracial identity is French and English from their father, African American from their mother, and their move from Detroit to Grand Rapids exposed them to cultural tensions and bullying, which music helped them overcome. The abuse inflicted by their father, Robert Serre, and the faith instilled by their mother, Edeline, were formative forces, binding them to their siblings in shared resilience. Their lives were also marked by the loss of siblings, Bobby in 1995 and Tommy in 2021. The DeBarge name remained a source of pride, tied to hits like Rhythm of the Night and All This Love, which continue to resonate in popular culture. For Carol and Daryl, being a DeBarge meant carrying forward a legacy of harmony and heartache, each in their own understated way. In summary, Carol, Peaches, DeBarge, and Daryl, Young, DeBarge embody the quieter, reflective side of the DeBarge family. Carol's strength lies in her supportive role and personal grace, while Daryl's late, blooming solo career highlights his persistence and creativity. Their uniqueness emerges from their distinct responses to the family's fame, and their lives as DeBarges reflect a blend of inherited talent and individual resolve, shaped by the highs and lows of a legendary musical lineage. The allure of the DeBarge family, a symphony of soul, struggle, and stardom, prologue the genesis of a dynasty in the annals of American music. Few families have captured the imagination quite like the DeBarges. Hailing from the industrial heartland of Grand Rapids, Michigan, this clan of singers and musicians rose from humble beginnings to become Motown's brightest stars of the 1980s. Their sound, a celestial blend of R&B, pop, and gospel, was a tapestry woven from the threads of their shared heritage, individual talents, and unyielding spirit. But beneath the shimmering falsettos and chart-topping hits lay a story of resilience against adversity, poverty, abuse, addiction, and loss. The allure of the DeBarge family lies in this duality. Angelic artistry shadowed by earthly trials, and the way each member's unique light contributed to their collective glow. This documentary unfurls their saga, spotlighting the strengths, accomplishments, and singular qualities of key family members, revealing why they remain an enduring enigma in music history. The DeBarges were born to Robert Louis DeBarge Sarr, a man of French and Native American descent whose military background belied a complex personal life, and Edeline Abney DeBarge, a devout gospel singer whose voice and faith became the family's bedrock. With 10 children, Edeline, Bunny, Robert, Bobby, Thomas, Tony, William, Mandy, Marty, Eldra L., James, Jonathan, Chico, Carol, Peaches, and Daryl Young. The household was a crucible of creativity and chaos. Music was their sanctuary, a lifeline amidst allegations of paternal abuse and financial strain. From church pews to Motown stages, the DeBarges transformed their pain into a sound that resonated worldwide, each sibling carving a distinct niche in their legacy. The DeBarge siblings. A detailed portrait of Adeline Bunny DeBarge, the soulful Seminole strength true Bunny, born March 10, 1955. was the eldest sibling and the family's emotional anchor. Her voice, a warm contralto honed in gospel chorus, carried a depth that could soothe or stir. She had an innate gift for harmony, layering vocals with a precision that gave DeBarge its signature richness. Beyond her musical talent, Bunny's strength was her protective instinct. She mothered her siblings through turmoil, shielding them from the harshest blows of their upbringing. Accomplishments. As a founding member of DeBarge, Bunny was instrumental in their breakthrough. She co-wrote I Like It, Evening 982, a sultry hit that peaked at no. 2 on the Billboard R&B charts, her voice intertwining with Els to create a hypnotic duet. Her songwriting shone again in AA Dream from In a Special Ways in 1983, a ballad of longing that showcased her ability to channel personal ache into universal emotion. After leaving DeBarge, she released her solo album In Loves in 1987, a modest success featuring tracks like Save the Best from Me, blending R&B with introspective lyrics. Later, she co-authored the memoir Other Side of the Pains in 2005 with her mother, offering a candid look at the family's struggles. Significance and uniqueness. Bunny's significance lies in her dual role as artist and guardian. She was the heartbeat of DeBarge's early sound, her harmonies providing the foundation for their ethereal style. Her uniqueness was her vulnerability, a willingness to bare her soul in songs and stories, making her the family's emotional historian. Unlike her flashier siblings, Bunny's quiet strength was her superpower, a steady flame that kept the family's spirit alive through dark times. Expanded details growing up, Bunny often took on caregiving duties, cooking meals and mending clothes while her mother worked. Her gospel roots, nurtured at Greater Grace Temple, infused her singing with a spiritual heft that stood out even in secular tracks. I Like It wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural moment sampled later by Warren G. and Mary J. Blige, a testament to Bunny's enduring influence. Her solo work, though overshadowed by her siblings' fame, revealed a woman grappling with identity beyond the family name, a theme she'd explore in her writing. Her battles with substance abuse and departure from DeBarge in 1986 marked a poignant exit, but her return to gospel music in later years reaffirmed her roots. Robert Bobby DeBarge, the falsetto firebrand, strength, born March 5, 1956. Bobby was the family's prodigal son, blessed with a falsetto that soared like a phoenix. Piercing, fragile, and fierce. A multi-instrumentalist, the keyboards, drums, guitar. He was a musical architect whose production skills rivaled his vocal prowess. His charisma was electric, drawing crowds with a stage presence that blended vulnerability and bravado. Accomplishments. Bobby's career ignited with Switch, the funk soul band he co-founded with Tommy and Gregory Williams in 1976. Signed to Motown, Switch delivered hits like They'll Never Be It, 1978, a no 6 R&B smash, and I Call Your Name, a 1979, where Bobby's falsetto wept over lush instrumentation. His influence seeped into DeBarge, mentoring his younger siblings and shaping their debut album, The DeBarges, 1981. Despite a spiral into heroin addiction and legal troubles, including a 1988 prison stint for drug trafficking, Bobby's talent never dimmed. He died in 1995 at 39 from AIDS-related complications, leaving a legacy that reverberates in R&B. Significance and uniqueness. Bobby's significance is as the trailblazer who bridged the family's gospel origins with mainstream success. Switch was a precursor to DeBarge's polished sound, and his mentorship gave his siblings a blueprint for stardom. His uniqueness lay in his voices, a rare blend of power and delicacy, and his tragic arc, which added a mythic layer to his artistry. Bobby was the family's tortured genius, his light burning too bright, too fast. Expanded details. Bobby's early life was marked by rebellion. He ran away from home as a teen, seeking escape in music. In Switch, he co-wrote and produced tracks that fused funk's grit with soul smoothness, earning 2 gold albums to Switch 1978, Switch High in 1979. His falsetto, often compared to Philip Bailey of Earth, Wind and Fire, was a weapon, able to climb octaves with ease or linger in mournful whispers. His influence on DeBarge was subtle but profound. Listen to Queen of My Heart from their debut, and you hear Bobby's echo in its arrangement. His addiction, sparked by the pressures of fame and a toxic romance with singer LaToya Jackson, derailed his potential, but his final years in hospice saw him sketching songs, a testament to his unquenchable creativity. Tommy DeBarge, the steadfast craftsman, strength born September 6, 1957. Tommy was the family's quiet craftsman. His resonant bass voice provided a counterpoint to his siblings' higher registers, while his mastery of bass guitar and keyboards added a sonic depth to their work. Shy and introspective, Tommy's strength was his reliability, a steady hand in a family prone to turbulence. Accomplishments. Tommy's career mirrored Bobby's early on, co-founding Switch and contributing to hits like Love Over and Over Again. In 1980, his bass lines drove the band's funk edge, earning them a loyal following. When Switch faded, Tommy transitioned to DeBarge, offering stability during their formative years. He later battled health issues, including kidney failure, passing away in October 2021 at 64. Yet his legacy endures in the grooves he laid down. Significance and uniqueness. Tommy's significance is as the unsung hero whose contributions fortified both Switch and DeBarge. His bass work grounded their sound, giving it a heartbeat. His uniqueness was his subtlety, a craftsman who shunned the spotlight, but whose presence was felt in every note, a stabilizing force amid the family's storms. Expanded details. Tommy's love for music bloomed in church, where he mimicked bass lines on an imaginary guitar. In Switch, he was the yin to Bobby's yang, tempering his brother's flamboyance with a calm professionalism that kept the band tight. Tracks like Best Beat in Town showcase his funky precision, a skill he brought to DeBarge's smoother palette. Outside music, Tommy was a family man, often retreating to Detroit to raise his kids, a choice that reflected his grounded nature. His health struggles in later years. He underwent dialysis for over a decade, mirrored the family's resilience. A quiet fight to the end. William Randy DeBarge, the rhythmic rock strength true, born August 6, 1958. Randy was the family's rhythmic rock. His robust tenor cut through the mix with authority, while his percussion skills, drums, congas, gave DeBarge a kinetic energy. Randy's strength was his versatility, shifting from soulful crooner to dynamic showman with ease. Accomplishments for core member of DeBarge. Randy co-wrote and sang Lead On Love Me in a special way, in 1983, a tender ballad that hit no. 4 on the R&B charts. His percussive flair propelled Rhythm of the Night in 1985, a global hit from the Berry Gordies, The Last Dragon soundtrack, peaking at no. 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Randy's voice and rhythm helped DeBarge sell millions, though legal troubles later dimmed his spotlight. Significance and uniqueness. Randy's significance is as the rhythmic engine that powered DeBarge's crossover success. His beats made their music danceable, broadening their appeal. His uniqueness was his fusion of gospel intensity with pop polish, duality that defined tracks like All This Love, where his tenor soared with joyous abandon. Expanded details. Randy's childhood was spent drumming on pots and pans, a foreshadowing of his role as DeBarge's pulse. His collaboration with L on Rhythm of the Night was a career peak, its upbeat tempo a departure from their usual ballads, showcasing his adaptability. Offstage, Randy's life was a roller coaster. Arrests for drug possession in the year 90s reflected the family's recurring struggles, yet his return to perform with Elle in the 2000s showed his enduring passion. His voice, rougher with age, carried the weight of experience, a living archive of DeBarge's highs and lows. Marty DeBarge, the subtle virtuoso, strengths born June 19, 1959. Marty was the family's subtle virtuoso. His smooth mid-range vocals blended seamlessly into harmonies, while his skills on keyboards, trumpet, and saxophone enriched their sound. Marty's strength was his introspective artistry, channeling quiet creativity into every performance. Accomplishments. Marty's fingerprints are all over DeBarge's catalog, from the funky I Call Your Name, and not to be confused with Switch's hit, to the haunting Stay With Me, in 1983, later immortalized in the notorious B.I.G.'s One More Chance. His contributions helped in a special way achieve gold status. Despite legal woes, including a drug-related arrest in 1988, Marty's talent persisted. Significance and uniqueness. Marty's significance lies in his role as the harmonic glue, subtly elevating DeBarge's sound. His uniqueness was his versatility, a multi-instrumentalist whose understated brilliance shone in the margins, making him a favorite among producers and samplers. Expanded details. Marty's musical journey began with a thrift store trumpet, a gift he mastered alongside piano lessons from Ederline. In DeBarge, he was the quiet one, content to let Elle and James take center stage, while he wove intricate layers beneath. Stay With Me became a hip-hop staple, sampled by Ashanti, Biggie, and others, proof of Marty's lasting impact. His post-DeBarge life saw stints in jail, but his return to music in small venues showed a man still tethered to his craft. His trumpet solos a whisper of the past. Eldrell DeBarge, the celestial crooner, strengths born June 4, 1961. LL was the family's golden child. His falsetto was a revelation, high, clear, and otherworldly, while his piano mastery and songwriting crafted melodies that lingered. L's strength was his star power, a charisma that made him DeBarge's frontman and a solo icon. Accomplishments. L led DeBarge to fame with I Like It, All This Love, Sonora 5 R&B 1982, and Rhythm of the Night. His solo career soared with My Who's Johnny 1986, a no 3 pop hit from Short Circuit, and collaborations with Quincy Jones on The Secret Garden in 1989. Grammy nominations followed, though drug arrests and prison time. 2000s stalled his momentum. His 2010 album Second Chance marked a triumphant return, hitting no 57 on the Billboard 200. Significance and uniqueness. Ill's significance is as DeBarge's breakout star, his voice a beacon of 80s R&B. His uniqueness lies in his celestial tone and emotional range, able to pivot from jubilant rhythm to heartbroken self, a dream, making him a generational talent. L's gift emerged early at 13. He won a local talent show with a piano rendition of Amazing Grace. His falsetto, inspired by Marvin Gaye and Smokey Robinson, became DeBarge's calling card, earning praise from Berry Gordy himself. Who's Johnny showcased his pop savvy, while Second Chance bared his soul. Tracks like When I See You, reflecting years of redemption, legal battles, over 20 arrests, couldn't silence him. His 2020s performances still draw crowds. His voice, a time capsule of Motown's last golden era. James DeBarge, the passionate maverick strengths. Born August 22, 1963, James was the family's romantic favorite. His baritone added a husky warmth to DeBarge's sound, while his flair for drama on stage and off made him a magnetic figure. James's strength was his passion, pouring raw emotion into every note. Accomplishments on joining DeBarge in 1982. James co-wrote All This Love, a no-5 R&B hit that became a wedding staple. His 1984 marriage to Janet Jackson thrust him into the tabloids, though it ended in 1985. Solo efforts like Say You Love Me in 1987 showed promise, but addiction derailed his career. Significance and uniqueness. James's significance is as the family's wild card, adding a gritty edge to their polish. His uniqueness was his romantic rebel persona, a voice and life that oscillated between devotion and defiance, captivating fans with its unpredictability. Expanded details. James's deep voice was a surprise in a family of falsettos, honed in church duets with Bunny. All This Love was his peak, its tender plea a contrast to his stormy personal life. His union with Janet, allegedly producing a secret child, a claim he's revisited in interviews, cemented his notoriety. Post-DeBarge, he drifted, battling drugs and jail time, but occasional reunions with El hint at a spark that never fully faded. Jonathan Chico DeBarge, the lone pathfinder, born June 23, 1966. Chico was the family's independent spirit. His voice spanned gritty lows to silky highs, paired with a streetwise charisma that set him apart. Chico's strength was his autonomy, thriving outside the DeBarge collective. Accomplishments. Chico's solo debut, Talk to Me, 1986, hit no. Sonora in B, a funky anthem of seduction. After a 1990s prison stint for drug trafficking, he rebounded with Long Time No See in 1997 and Addictions 2009, proving his grit. His 2020s were like That's My Dog, keeps him relevant. Significance and uniqueness. Chico's significance is the family's solo trailblazer carving a niche beyond Motown's shadow. His uniqueness lies in his raw, unpolished edge, a counterpoint to the siblings' sheen that resonated with the hip hop generation. Expanded details: Chico's youth was wilder than his siblings, running Detroit streets before music called. Talk to Me was a Motown gamble that paid off. Its bass, heady groove, a nod to his urban roots. Prison hardened him, but his post-release output, collaborations with DJ Quick and Joe, showed a survivor's tenacity. Unlike L's polish, Chico's rasp tells a story of the streets, a DeBarge unbound by family expectations. Edeline DeBarge, the matriarchal muse, strength born October 13, 1935, Edeline was the family's cornerstone. Her gospel voice, rich and commanding, was their first teacher, while her faith sustained them through chaos. Edeline's strength was her nurturing resilience, raising 10 children amid adversity. Accomplishments: beyond birthing the dynasty, Ederline recorded gospel albums like Back on Track in 1991 and co-wrote Other Side of the Pain, a raw memoir. Her influence shaped every DeBarge hit, her lessons echoing in their harmonies, significance and uniqueness. Ederline's significance is as the origin of their sound and spirit. Her uniqueness lies in her dual legacy, musician and mother, whose voice and whose wisdom forged a dynasty that still inspires. Tritterline's singing began in Mississippi churches, a talent she brought to Michigan. She taught her kids harmony at the kitchen table, her alto a guiding light. Her book peeled back the family's veneer, revealing abuse and redemption, while her gospel work, like She's All I Need, kept her faith alive. At 89 as of 2025, her voice remains a quiet force, a testament to endurance. Update on February 16, 2024. Mama DeBarge slipped away peacefully in her sleep, flying away to be with the Lord. She left a powerful gospel ministry that continues to nurture hurting and lost souls today. The Allure, a multifaceted legacy. The DeBarge family's Allure is a mosaic of talent, tragedy, and transcendence. Their music, lush, heartfelt, and timeless. World gospel's uplift with R&B seduction, creating a sound that defied genre. Each member's strengths, from Bunny's soul to Chico's grit, built a collective that was more than its parts. Their significance lies in their influence, sampled by hip hop, revered by soul fans, while their uniqueness is their familial alchemy, a harmony born of shared blood and divergent paths. Epilogue echoes of resilience through addiction, incarceration, and loss. The DeBarges endured. Their hits live on. Stay with me in rap beats, rhythm of the night in dance floors, proof of a legacy that outlasts their pain. They are a testament to art's power to heal, a family whose light still shines, flickering but unbroken. This has been a Sharri Plaza presentation.